Official opening of NBT Phuket Building, NBT 11. Big C Phuket invites locals to vote in Big C's third annual community project. The fourth CHALONG Cup has begun. Turkish man and wife couple who got lost in Phuket forest get rescued. RAWAI Municipality launches careers development project to create income opportunities for local youth. Tsunami warning towers at SAPHAN pass inspection, but not evacuation signs. Phuket tour guides permit suspended for irresponsible fish handling. Large fishing vessels should be okay out at sea, but smaller vessels urged to wait for further situational report. Big C Phuket embraces government policy to reduce plastic bags. Phuket Governor and medical authorities on high alert after first MERS case hits Thailand. Official opening of NBT Phuket Building, NBT 11. The Director General of the Government Public Relations Department, PRD, Mr. Apinan Jantarungsi, presided over the official opening of the NBT Phuket Building at 11:19 a.m. on June 12, 2015. The opening ceremony took place at the National Broadcasting Services of Thailand office on Koh Simbi Road in Mueang District in Phuket Province. In her capacity as chairperson of the organizing committee, Mrs. Sutlutai Lertkasem, executive director of the Public Relations Office, Region 5, issued a report, and Mr. Nisit Jansamwong, Phuket Governor, gave welcoming remarks. The governors of Phang, Krabi, and Trang were also among the 300 guests at the ceremony. NBT Phuket launched an experimental broadcast in the area of Chalong in March 1972 with the use of a 100-watt transmitter and a 525-line picture, the black and white standard. At present, transmitter power has increased to 10 kilowatts and is located on Khao Tho Sat Hill. NBT Phuket is the only television station on the coast of the Andaman Sea Thai coastal region operating on a full-cycle basis. It produces news and various programs to cover Phuket, Phang, and Krabi provinces. This TV station aims to present useful news and information for the general public. It broadcasts in 2 languages, Thai and English. Aware of the importance of NBT Phuket as a state media organization, the PRD sought a budget allocation of 106.78 million baht for the construction of the NBT Phuket building. Out of this amount, 61.97 million baht was spent on the construction of an office building and 44.81 million baht on equipment. With these facilities, NBT Phuket is ready to provide news and information services on an all-around basis to both Thais and foreigners. Big C Phuket invites locals to vote in Big C's third annual community project. Mr. Praplut Sai Watanasuk, Big C Phuket manager has extended an invitation to Phuket residents to cast votes for a plant species learning and conservation center project under the endorsement of Her Royal Highness Princess Sirinthaorn, which is in the community of Ban Ao Paw in Chalang and is one of 5 Big C Gives a Hand for Good Community Year 3 projects, which the corporation proposed in conjunction with the Department of Local Administration and the Interior Ministry for benefit of the public to develop and enable the community to be sustainable. The other projects can be found on its Facebook page, where votes for your favorite project can be cast from now until June 22nd through facebook.com/Big C Supercenter. Big C will support the project that gets the most votes with a budget to have it completed within this year. The 4th Chalong Cup has begun. Chalong Municipality Subdistrict has launched its 4th annual community football tournament, which began on June 14th and will be contested until July 4th. The competition features 5 categories with 44 teams. At 1 p.m. on June 14th at the Tesco Lotus Chalong, Chalong Municipality administrators, civil servants, teachers, and students joined in the opening parade to launch the games, which are organized with the aim of developing potential of local youth and to promote unity among the people of Chalong. The parade was led by Obajal Phuket Orchestra, and with a stream of flags, the parade left Tesco Lotus Chalong for the Ban Chalong School, the location of the games, which is about 2 kilometers from the shopping center. The official opening ceremony was held at the school with remarks given by Chalong Mayor Mr. Samran Jindapon, who addressed the many in attendance. Once the parade arrived to the school in its entirety, Mr. Chetanasak Lukjan, Deputy Mayor of Chalong, speaking as a committee member for the competition, also gave remarks before the mayor kicked a football past a line of administrators to a standing applause. After that, the ceremony continued with dancing performances from a Chalong elderly person group, followed by a dancing show from students. This was followed by an opening friendly football match played between local government officials and Chalong police, to the pleasure of many fans cheering on the sidelines. The 7-a-side football tournament includes 5 categories as follows: under 10 with 7 teams competing, under 12 with 10 teams, general men's category with 17 teams, seniors category with 6 teams, and general women's category with 4 teams competing. Everyone is invited to come out and show your support for the athletes until July 4th, when the trophy and closing ceremony will be held. Turkish man and wife couple who got lost in Phuket forest get rescued. Late last Saturday night, June 13th, 2 tourists from Turkey who got lost in Talang forest after an afternoon hike were finally rescued by authorities and were sent back to their hotel in Batong. At 7:10 p.m. on June 13th, tourist police were alerted by staff at the Palm Beach Hotel in Batong, who received a phone call from their Turkish guests asking for help after they got lost in the Khao Pratao National Forest Reserve. Police and Gusontam rescue workers were dispatched to the forest to join park officials in the search for the Turkish couple. At the park's parking lot, they found a white Honda Click motorbike parked. Near that, they found a map of Phuket. The bike had reportedly been parked there since noon that day, while the visitor log revealed that a Miss Pinar Burak, 34, and her husband, named as Mr. Bulent Burak, had entered the park at about 1:05 p.m. and were thought to be heading to the Donsai waterfall. The couple had earlier sent a selfie of themselves near a tree, but authorities were unable to contact the couple, whose mobile phone had died due to low battery. But by 10:50 p.m., the couple were finally located, but they were in a weak, weary, and thirsty condition. Rescue workers gradually escorted the two tourists back down the trail and reached the meeting yard near Bangpa Waterfall by 11:43 p.m. Finally, just after midnight, they all made it safely to the parking lot, where there was a waiting group who welcomed them with an applause. Though an ambulance was ready to take the couple to hospital, the couple insisted that they had no injuries but were only tired and wished to return to their hotel for rest, to which officials happily complied and sent them off in a minivan. RAWAI Municipality launches Careers Development Project to create income opportunities for local youth. At 10:30 a.m. on June 16th at the Obajal Mueang Phuket School Meeting Room, Mr. Arun Solat, Mayor of Rawai, presided over the opening ceremony of a Rawai Career Day for Youth event, which was also attended by Mr. Tirapong Tao Dang, Rawai Deputy Mayor, Ms. Jantasuwan Tam Panon, Director of the Obajal Mueang Phuket School, and other government officials, teachers, and students. Among the activities for students was painting cloth bags, which included lessons and a contest for the best painted bag. The activity was organized by the Rawai Municipality in conjunction with the Obajal Mueang Phuket School to address the community need for youth to develop career skills so as to use free time for benefits in creating supplemental income for their households. Tsunami warning towers at SAPHAN Hin pass inspection but not evacuation signs. After Got Yao in Phang was struck with a series of small quakes felt across the Phang Bay, including in Phuket, residents throughout the region became worried about an even bigger disaster, putting light on whether the warning and evacuation systems in place. A subsequent survey was conducted at the Cape at Saphan Hin in Phuket town, a densely populated area where many tourists go to relax. Officials found that the tsunami warning tower there was working normally and would be functionable should a tsunami be detected in surrounding waters. However, the inspection found that many evacuation signs from the Saphan Hin Park all the way up to Immigration Police Station were either missing or damaged. There have been similar reports from other coastal areas in Phuket's Mueang district of missing or damaged tsunami evacuation route signs. Phuket tour guide's permit suspended for irresponsible fish handling. On June 22nd, a tour guide working from Phuket had his permit temporarily suspended after he reportedly allowed tourists to give bread to clownfish and hold them for photo ops. Phuket Tourism and Sport Chief Santi Bawai and Tourist Police Deputy Inspector Captain Ekachai Siri led a team of officials to Gok Khai in Phang to investigate the case of controversial pictures taken by Chinese tourists handling marine animals, which were then posted on Facebook. The photos showed the tourists using bread to lure fish into a net before grabbing the fish to take photos. The Associate Dean of the Fisheries Department at Kaset Sat University, Dr. Ton Tamrong Sawat, posted several pictures on his Facebook page which enraged netizens, who thought it was very inappropriate behavior for the tour guides. Officials have since handed out a list of do's and don'ts to tour guides who have been told that tourists should not hold fish or any marine animals. The companies and guides have been warned they will be punished if they do not comply. During the inspection, the inspectors spotted Chinese tourists throwing pieces of bread to lure clownfish into a plastic bag. Their guide was sitting on a boat and ignored the behavior of the tourists, prompting officials to intervene and stop the tourists. Mr. Santi then approached the tour guide and informed him that while he is on duty, he must not neglect his tour group. He also seized the tour guide's work permit, which will be temporarily suspended due to negligence, based on a 2008 tourism law. Mr. Santi added that the Tourism and Sport Registrar Office plans to have a training seminar for tour guides to discuss topics concerning marine natural resources, preservation, and eco-friendly marine tourism. Large fishing vessels should be okay out at sea, but smaller vessels urged to wait for further situational report. Following heavy rains recently, activity at the Ong Gan Sapan Bla Pier at Ratsada appeared to be normal, with larger fishing boats coming in and out, and even though rain has stopped and started, smaller fishing vessels have been forced to wait out the weather. Fishermen who had brought their catches ashore reported that their catch has not yet been affected by the wet weather lately. Meanwhile, large vessels continued to leave and enter as per usual, though smaller vessels were less ambitious and closely monitoring the weather. The Thailand Meteorological Department office overseeing the southern region's west coast confirmed that southwestern monsoon winds are getting stronger, and coupled with systems drawing humidity from the South China Sea to Thailand's northeast and east regions, the kingdom would continue to experience wet weather in the coming period, especially in parts of Phuket, Krabi, and Satun, which would see cloudy weather and thunderstorms covering 70% of the area, with temperature lows ranging from 23 to 25 degrees Celsius and highs at 31 to 33 degrees Celsius. Winds coming from the southwest are expected to average between 15 to 30 kilometers an hour, with waves measuring between 1 to 2 meters. Big C Phuket embraces government policy to reduce plastic bags. Big C Phuket is committed to complying with the latest government policy to reduce the country's commercial carbon footprint by offering incentives to customers who reduce their demand for plastic bags. Big C Phuket manager Mr. Praprut Sai Watanasuk revealed that his company will join the government-led campaign by ceasing to offer customers plastic bags on the 15th of every month, which he said would be a way to instill the value of environmental awareness in youth and customers who are increasingly choosing to use green products and adapt environmental-friendly habits, and thus reducing carbon emissions, thought to be one main factor in global warming. With this campaign, Big C hopes to stimulate a change in consumer habits and in producers' operations so as to start providing more environmental-friendly options. Since the beginning of this year, Big C Phuket has actively reduced the amount of plastic bags it uses and distributes to customers through the promotion of cloth bags, and has received a lot of cooperation from mostly foreign customers, but has observed a penetration rate of only 20% among Thai customers. Nonetheless, the store will continue to promote cloth bags, giving out free souvenir cloth bags to customers who opt out on using plastic bags. One Phuket resident, Mr. Sompot, had positive remarks about the initiative, saying that it was important that Phuket people take care of the environment for future generations. Phuket Governor and medical authorities on high alert after first MERS case hits Thailand. Phuket Governor Nisit Jansomwong recently joined a medical inspection team to visit Phuket Airport led by Dr. John Sakao Jarat of the Phuket Provincial Public Health Office, along with Mr. Weerakkert Sirimongkol, Thalang District Chief, Dr. Anon Kao Bamrung, Director of Thalang Hospital, Mr. Amnui Sarachat, Deputy Director of Phuket Airport, along with many other officials and health experts. The group's aim was to check the airport's readiness for reacting to any outbreaks of disease, especially the MERS virus. Phuket's Public Health Office SRRT team provided information about preventing the spread of MERS, a disease which originated in the Middle East and has since spread to South Korea, with the first case in Thailand recently detected. Health officials have been receiving information through Mr. Tatsuyut Dechachot, a Thai public health expert liaising with counterparts overseas. The governor revealed that there are currently about 5 at-risk flights per day, bringing in about 1,000 passengers from risk countries, including South Korea and in the Middle East. Since June 9th, Phuket officials have been inspecting these passengers diligently, looking for passengers with indicators and symptoms, including a fever of 37 degrees and higher. After inspecting some 10,000 plus passengers from 50-odd flights and only detecting normal sick people, officials are confident that MERS has not yet spread to Phuket, but will continue to screen passengers at airport, especially those from risk flights.